You were holding a carton of oat milk, debating if the vanilla one was too sweet. I said nothing, just watched you bite your lip. Doing the math between cravings and calories. Somehow you made the dairy aisle feel like Sunday morning. You looked at me, tilted your head and said, "What are you smiling at?" I didn't answer, I just leaned in. A kiss between the cereal and the condiments, short but the world paused anyway. Fluorescent lights turned gold and my heart forgot its checklist. It wasn't about the groceries, it was just about you, and how easily you turn ordinary into magic. A kid ran past with a squeaky cart, an old song played overhead, something about dancing in the moonlight. You wiped lipstick off my cheek with your thumb, laughing like we'd done something beautifully illegal. And maybe we did, maybe we stole a moment nobody else was paying for. You took my hand and suddenly aisle 4 felt like Paris. A kiss in the middle of everything between the peanut butter and the pasta. Not planned, not post, but enough to make that day the kind I'd want to replay forever. Some kisses don't need candlelight, just the right person and a reason to smile. A kiss with your hand still holding coupons, mine still holding your coat. No music, no moonlight, just us, a shopping cart, and a little bit of forever right there between the shelves. You left a note on my screen. Don't forget lunch and I love you more today. It was written in blue ink, a little messy, folded just enough to say you meant it. There was another on the fridge, last piece of cake, use your eyes, smiled for the 5th time that morning. Some people send long texts, you just leave love like breadcrumbs. Love notes on sticky tabs in the corner of chaos in between busy. A scribble on my charger saying you're charging more than your phone today. Words that dry my rain, little squares that say you're always here. One note on the bathroom mirror said, "Smile, you forgot yesterday's." I looked and didn't stop smiling for hours. Another on my guitar case, play something warm today. So I did, and it sounded like you. They're not poems, they're not even full sentences, but they hold more than most books do. notes, it says just enough. Love notes on sticky tabs, they don't age, they don't fade, they live on doors, on mugs, in the crease of my wallet. And maybe someday we'll move and some will fall off, but I'll carry the words in the spaces they made feel full. You wore one striped, one polka dotted. I pointed, you shrugged, like fashion rules never made it into your universe. I laughed, but only because I'd done the same thing last Tuesday. We don't always sync, but somehow we always fit. Socks don't match, but we do. You love cold pizza, I microwave it. You sleep sideways, I sleep still. But in all the chaos, there's a rhythm, a reason why your mess feels like home. You like rain, I bring umbrella. You take forever to choose snacks. I finish the shopping while you decide. You hum melodies that go nowhere. I find the chords anyway. We're not built the same, but maybe that's why it works. Socks don't match, but we do. You mix colors in the wash, I pretend not to notice. You call the couch your office. I bring you tea like it's a cubicle. We don't match, we mesh like puzzle pieces with soft edges. Some people find love in perfect symmetry. We found ours in all the little lopsided things. Socks don't match, but we do. And I'd rather walk through life in mismatched steps with you than match perfectly with anyone else. No rules, no perfection, just two weird hearts that somehow found the same beat. It's not the weekend, it's not your birthday, it's just Tuesday. The sky is gray, the inbox full, the coffee a little too bitter. But you send me a selfie with toast crumbs on your lip, and suddenly this boring day feels like a secret favorite. You don't try, you just show up, and that's everything. You make my Tuesdays better, the slow ones, the crowded ones, the ones where nothing happens. You turn background noise colors, my socks don't match. The elevator too slow again. But you text thinking of you, and I swear the light seems softer. Even my playlist knows to play the songs you hum in the kitchen. No need for surprise plans, just be there and this whole day glows. You make my Tuesdays better. No sparkle, no fireworks, just real. And I didn't know consistency could be this romantic. Not a grand gesture, just you being you and me never wanting more than this. Some love isn't loud, it just stays even on Tuesday. You make my Tuesdays better, more than Friday ever could. You bring Sunday softness to the middle of my week. And if someone asks what love looks like, I'll say it looks like Tuesday with toast, with you, and nothing too fancy. Just a joy Tuesdays with oh I love it just stay. You laughed so hard, you snorted, then gasped, then laughed again. And I swear the sun came out just to listen. No music, no punchline, just the sound of your joy breaking open the air like spring. I didn't know healing could sound like that, but it does. Your laugh, my favorite sound, better than every playlist, softer than rain on a Sunday roof. You throw your head back and I forget why I was ever worried. No melody needed, just that sound that tells me you're okay, and I am too. You laugh when you're nervous, when you spill tea, when you find socks with faces, and I live for all of it. Even the quiet chuckles you try to hide in serious moments. Even the ones you give me when I say dumb things on purpose. Some people fall for eyes, I fell for your laugh. Your laugh, my favorite sound, it shakes the dust You spilled juice on the only clean shirt I had. Said oops with eyes too sorry to be mad at. I wore it anyway, smelled like mango and us. Later that day we missed the train because someone forgot the time. So we sat on the platform floor and shared a sandwich we didn't plan to buy. It wasn't the day we drew on the calendar, but it was the one I remember most. Oops was kind of perfect, the wrong turn that led us to the quiet cafe, the burnt toast. We laughed too hard about the text you sent to me instead of your friend, and it had my name with heart. You mess up beautifully, and somehow I always end up smiling wider. We tried to bake, you forgot the sugar, so we made it up with too much cinnamon and a kiss that stuck to my nose. You tripped on the rug, pulled me down with you. We landed in a heap of pillows and dolls, and it still felt just right. Every little misstep writes another line in the song I didn't know I needed. Oops was kind of perfect, wrong bus, right view, forgot your umbrella, so we ran laughing, soaked and full of it all. The moments you call my bad are the ones I wouldn't trade for flawless. Some love isn't planned, it stumbles, it spills, it surprises, and still it fits. Oops was kind of perfect, 'cause nothing real is ever flawless. It's just us fumbling into joy. One misbeat, one drop spoon, one backward hug at a time. And somehow that's the love I'd mess up for again and again. Socks in a pile, t-shirts half folded. You were humming some old pop song off key, but confident. I clapped once, you spun around, the dryer door clicked shut behind you. There was no music playing until there was, from your phone and from your grin. I didn't plan to dance, but love doesn't always wait for permission. Dance break in the laundry room, mid-shore, barefoot, laughing too hard to remember the next step. The world didn't stop, but we did, long enough to turn linen cotton into confetti. Your elbow hit the basket, socks went flying. You said oops, I said perfect. We twirled beside the shelves, tumbled into the rhythm of not caring how it looked. It was stupid, it was sweet, it was us. You bowed bowed, I curtsied. The cat judged us both and left. Dance break in the laundry room. The lights flickered, but our joy didn't. You dipped me like a pro and dropped me like a friend. We fell into a pile of unfolded joy. Some days you clean, some days you just live a little messy. Dance break in the laundry room. No stage, no crowd, just static and smiles. I don't need a ballroom, just you, a beat and a reason to laugh so hard. My heart skips a few cycles. You said yes the first time I asked if you wanted to go for a walk, even though it was raining. You said yes when I picked the wrong movie, but held your hand anyway. There was never confetti, no music swells, just quiet nods that echoed louder than fireworks. Your yes was never loud, but always sure. Every little yes built this, the coffee dates, the sleepy morning rides, the late nights still away. Texts you didn't promise forever, you just showed up again and again with another soft yes, and that was more than enough. You said yes to silly socks, to burnt toast, to calling this couch our weekend kingdom. You said yes to my stories, even when I told them twice, and I noticed every time, even when you didn't know I was looking. Not all love needs a spotlight, some just needs consistency. Every little yes felt like a vow to stay, to listen, to try. The way your voice says sure with a smile makes the ordinary feel sacred. You didn't have to say yes, but you did, you still do.
Some love is written not in poems, but in replies to small questions.
Every little yes, from the first to now, holds us together like thread through cloth. You never made promises you couldn't keep. You just kept choosing me in tiny ways that felt infinite. And if you ever wonder what kept me close, it was always those little yeses. It happens when you're thinking, but not ready to speak. A soft little like a bookmark in your thoughts. You do it when you're picking between movies, choosing chips at 7-Eleven, or pretending to be unsure about kissing me again. It's not even a word, but somehow it's my favorite one. The way you say like you're way in the stars before deciding on dinner, like you're filing my jokes somewhere between terrible and kind of sweet. It's the sound of us not rushing, not needing anything loud, just that soft little pause that somehow says I love you, but give me a second. You did it again today, before answering my wanna stay over, as if your heart already knew, but let your lips take their time. And I waited because I know whatever comes after that is always worth hearing. Maybe the way you say it is your way of holding space for both of us. You say like you're adding flavor to an already perfect moment, like punctuation in a sentence I never want to end. It's silly, but it's mine, and now I hear it in songs, in silence, in every almost decision. But it fills the room, a sound I'd frame if I could, a rhythm I could fall asleep to. So go ahead, say it again, and I'll say nothing. Just listen and love you quietly. You burned the first one, too much batter, too little patience, but I didn't care. The smoke alarm went off, we laughed with mouths full of strawberries. You wore one sock, and your hair wasn't sure what it wanted to be, but you looked at me like I was breakfast and sunlight all at once. Some mornings don't need music, just us and a waffle maker that squeaks a little. Waffles and you at 8 a.m. Syrup on the table, flour in your hair. You say this one's heart-shaped, even though it's not, and I nod because anything in your hands feels like love anyway. You pour too much syrup again, sticky fingers, sticky kisses. The kitchen a mess, but the kind that makes you feel at home. I sat on the counter, you leaned and whispered, next time pancakes. I said, only if you burn the the first one. Some mornings feel like forever in disguise. Waffles and you at 8 a.m. Windows fog, coffee half sip, but heart's full. No weekend plan, no fancy plate, just crumbs and smiles, and 1,000 reasons to stay. Waffles and you at 8 a.m. The day can wait, the world can spin, but let me stay in this kitchen just a little longer, watching syrup drip down your chin and